Life does not care how you feel. It does not stop for your pain, disappointment, or frustration. While you struggle, the world keeps spinning and storms roll in. You can beg for comfort, but hardship will never wait for your permission. No one gets to choose when trouble knocks on the door. You only get to decide if you will let it break you or if you will rise. Every day, new challenges and setbacks appear out of nowhere. You cannot control the weather, but you can learn to survive the storm. You can either drown in your feelings or learn to swim with your mind leading the way. Let me ask you, are you letting your feelings decide where you go in life? Or do you have the strength to steer with your mind, even when everything feels heavy? Most people never stop to ask themselves that question. They let anger, fear, and sadness take control and wonder why they always feel lost. Here is the truth. Most people do not want to admit. You can only win when your mind is stronger than your emotions. This is not just a phrase for motivation. This is the line that separates victory from defeat. It is the wall that stands between those who build and those who break. You are not here by accident, and you are not powerless. You came here because a part of you is ready for something more. A part of you knows it is time to take control and become the architect of your own story. Today, I will not promise you comfort or easy answers. I will not cover up pain with empty words or fake hope. Today, I will give you the truth, even if it is hard to hear at first, because only the truth can set you free. We are going to break down exactly what it means to win over your emotions. You will see the real blueprint for building a mind that cannot be shaken. You will learn how to stand firm, even when the world tries to tear you down. Are you ready to step up and take the lead in your own life? Or will you keep letting chaos on the inside decide your future for you? This is your choice. From this moment, everything can change. Let your mind lead. Your victory starts now. Most people are only one bad reaction away from losing everything they have built. All it takes is a single moment when emotion explodes and reason disappears for a lifetime of effort to vanish. It is in these moments that the true difference between reaction and response is revealed. When you react, you hand over your power to the heat of the moment. Your mind shuts down and your emotions become the driver. You might feel powerful in that instant, but the damage often lasts for years. Think of Will Smith at the Oscars. In a flash of anger, he let emotion take the stage. His reaction was not just a slap. It was a blow to his reputation, his career, and his relationships. That single outburst overshadowed years of hard work and discipline, all because he could not pause, could not breathe, could not let his mind step in before his feelings acted. Now imagine Serena Williams, the greatest tennis champion of our time. She is no stranger to pressure, insults, and moments of frustration. But Serena is famous not only for her power, but for her discipline. On the court, when her opponent's words get sharp, or when a referee's call feels unfair, she does not let anger control her. She takes a breath, regroups, and focuses on the next point. She knows one emotional reaction could lose the match, so she chooses response over reaction every single time. This is the lesson most people never learn. Emotions are short-term thinkers. They want comfort, release, or victory now, no matter the cost later. But your mind is the strategist for the long game. Your mind remembers your goals, your dreams, your values. Emotions shout, but your mind can whisper the truth if you allow it. Science explains this battle too. When you are angry or scared, your amygdala hijacks your brain. This ancient part of your mind floods your body with adrenaline, urging you to fight or run. But if you pause, your prefrontal cortex has a chance to step in, to choose a better response. Many of the world's greatest leaders share one trait. They know how to pause even when every nerve in their body wants to explode. Abraham Lincoln once wrote angry letters to his enemies, but never sent them. He paused, reflected, and responded with wisdom, not impulse. The space between reaction and response is your moment of power. In that pause, you can change the outcome of your life. You can protect your future from the storms of your own feelings. So, how do you train this power? Start small. Next time someone insults you, breathe deeply and count to 10 before you speak. When anger surges, write down your feelings instead of sending that angry message. Practice asking yourself, is this moment worth my future? But it's not easy. Your emotions will always beg you to act now. But strength is built every time you choose response over reaction. With each small victory, your mind becomes stronger and your emotions lose their grip. Remember, you cannot control what others do or say, but you can always control your response. Your mind is the captain. Let your emotions be the weather, not the compass. If you want to win, master the pause. In that quiet space, you take back your power and you shape your own destiny. There will be days when you do not want to get out of bed. There will be mornings when your motivation is missing and your dreams seem distant. Everyone faces moments when their spirit is tired and their mind is foggy. But the world will not pause just because you are not ready. This is where the power of discipline steps in. Discipline is the quiet force that carries you forward when motivation disappears. Motivation is a spark, bright and fleeting, but discipline is the steady fire that warms you through the coldest nights. People often wait for the right feeling, for inspiration to strike, before they take action. But those who win understand that waiting for motivation is the same as waiting for the wind to carry your boat to shore. If you want to move, you must row, no matter how you feel. Think of Serena Williams once again. Do you think she wanted to train every single day in pain through exhaustion and frustration? No champion is fueled by excitement alone. She showed up for practice, whether it was raining, whether her body ached, whether her emotions told her to quit. That is the secret behind 23 Grand Slam titles. She honored her commitment more than her comfort. J.K. Rowling wrote the first Harry Potter book in cafes, broke and exhausted after being rejected many times. She did not let feelings of failure or fear stop her. She wrote a little each day, even when hope seemed lost. Discipline was her anchor, not motivation. Ordinary people do extraordinary things, not because they feel like it, but because they decide to show up. Your future is not built by bursts of energy, but by small steps taken day after day. Discipline is the art of doing what needs to be done, especially when you want to do anything else. It is easy to stay in bed, to eat comfort food, to scroll on your phone, to postpone your dreams for one more day. But every time you let your feelings win, you weaken your willpower and strengthen the chains that hold you back. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. You do not have to run a marathon tomorrow. You just have to get up, lace your shoes, and take the first step. If you want to write, open the page and write one sentence. If you want to get fit, start with one push-up. Every act of discipline is a brick in the foundation of your future. Remember, motivation is a guest who rarely visits, but discipline is the loyal friend who never leaves your side. When you do the work, even on the days you do not feel like it, you become unstoppable. You earn your own respect and your confidence grows, one promise kept at a time. So ask yourself, do you want a life ruled by your feelings or a life shaped by your choices? Champions are not made on sunny days. They are forged in storms, through repetition, in the silence when no one is watching. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. It is the engine that drives your dreams from fantasy into reality. If you can choose discipline over comfort, even once, you can choose it again and again until it becomes who you are. Let your discipline speak louder than your excuses. Let your habits build the life your heart is reaching for. Remember, the mind leads, the body follows, and discipline is your greatest weapon against the chaos of emotions. When you feel like giving up, remember why you started. Let discipline lift you, and you will discover a strength you never knew you had. Some people believe that knowledge alone can guarantee success. They chase diplomas, collect achievements, and memorize facts. But the truth is, intelligence without control is like a car with no brakes. It might be fast, but sooner or later, it will crash. Emotional intelligence is the hidden strength that sets true leaders apart. It is the ability to notice your feelings without becoming their prisoner. It is the power to listen, observe, and choose your response when pressure is at its peak. Think about Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft. He was not chosen because he was the loudest voice in the room. He rose to the top because he listened deeply, stayed calm under fire, and built trust with his team. When a major product failed, Satya did not search for someone to blame. He gathered his team, listened to every voice, and responded with quiet wisdom. His emotional intelligence turned disaster into innovation. Now consider Albert Einstein, a genius in science, but he struggled with relationships early in life. He often clashed with authority and found it hard to connect with others. It was only when he learned to understand emotions, both his own and those around him, that he became a great communicator and teacher. Emotional intelligence means you can stand in a storm and not be swept away. It is the power to keep your voice steady when others shout. It is the strength to pause and really hear instead of just waiting to speak. Many careers, friendships, and families break not because of lack of knowledge, but because tempers flare and egos collide. A smart person who cannot manage their anger will lose opportunities and respect. A brilliant student who cannot handle criticism will never grow. Research from Harvard shows that the highest achievers in every field are not always the smartest, but they are masters of emotional control. They can lead teams, solve conflicts, and turn tension into progress. You do not have to be born with this skill. You can learn to notice your feelings as signals, not orders. Practice asking yourself, what am I feeling right now, and why? Choose to respond, not react. If you feel insulted, breathe and ask, is this really about me, or is the other person hurting? Every time you choose patience over pride, understanding over anger, you grow stronger. Emotional intelligence is the shield that protects your mind and the bridge that connects you to others. It is not weakness to feel. The real weakness is letting feelings control your words and actions. The strongest people are calm in the middle of chaos, gentle in the face of provocation, and steady when the ground shakes. Let your mind watch your feelings like clouds passing in the sky. Do not let any storm stay longer than it should. When you master your emotions, you earn the trust of others and the respect of yourself. In every challenge, you can choose to add fuel to the fire, or you can become the calm that puts the fire out. The world needs more leaders who bring peace, not noise. If you want to lead, to build, to last, let your emotional intelligence be your silent power. When the mind listens before it speaks, you become unstoppable. Everyone faces pain, but not everyone is broken by it. Setbacks, betrayal, and disappointment come for us all. But pain is not your identity. It is just a message, a signpost on your journey. Think about Oprah Winfrey. She was born into poverty and suffered unimaginable hardships as a child. For years, pain was her constant companion. But Oprah refused to let her wounds become her prison. She learned to turn suffering into fuel. Her story became a bridge for others to cross their own storms. Pain can feel like a heavy chain wrapped around your heart. It whispers that you are powerless, that you are defined by your scars. But scars are not a sign of weakness. They are proof that you survived. If you let pain rule your mind, it will turn every day into a battle. You will replay old wounds, relive old mistakes, and see only what you lost. But the strongest people use pain as a lesson, not a life sentence. Malala Yousafzai faced violence and fear simply for wanting to learn. She was attacked, nearly silenced forever. But she did not allow pain to turn her bitter or afraid. Instead, she used it as a reason to speak louder. Her pain became her power. Her setback became a global movement for education. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can always choose your response. Every time you get knocked down and stand back up, your mind grows stronger. Resilience is built in the moments when you decide not to quit, even when hope feels distant. When you are hurting, Allow yourself to feel the pain, but do not let it write the ending of your story. Cry if you must, but do not let tears blind your vision for the future. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become. Turn your pain into a purpose. If you were betrayed, let it teach you about trust, not hatred. If you failed, let it teach you about courage, not shame. Practice asking, what can this pain teach me? Journal your feelings. Seek out mentors who have walked a hard road. Share your story so others do not feel alone. Remember, setbacks are not stop signs. They are tests to see if you will keep going. Your life is a novel, and one bad chapter does not ruin the whole book. Every time you choose to move forward, you reclaim your power from the past. Let your mind be the author, not your wounds. Let every setback sharpen your spirit, not shrink your dreams. When pain visits, welcome it as a teacher, but do not invite it to stay. Rise each day, knowing that your greatest strength is not what you have been through, but how you rise after falling. In the end, the world remembers not the pain you carried, but the courage you showed. Let pain refine you, not define you. Your story is not finished, and your comeback can inspire the world. A legacy is not built on moments of comfort or bursts of inspiration. It is built, brick by brick, in the quiet hours when no one is watching. While emotions blow hot and cold like the wind, your mind lays the foundation for what endures. Think about Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison, isolated and forgotten by the world. He could have surrendered to anger or let bitterness decide his future. But Mandela chose purpose over pain. He spent those years building a vision for unity, not revenge. His legacy was not born in a single speech, but in decades of quiet discipline and mental strength. Legacy means thinking beyond today. Your feelings may tempt you to take shortcuts, to give up when things get hard, or to react without thinking. But your mind must remember the bigger picture. What you do each day becomes the story your life tells long after you are gone. Imagine a bricklayer working through the rain. His hands are rough, the weather is harsh, but he keeps laying brick after brick. The house he builds does not care if the sky is gray or blue. It only remembers the work done with steady hands and clear intention. True success comes from commitment, not convenience. The greatest musicians, scientists, and leaders did not follow their emotions. They followed a plan, a purpose, a promise they made to themselves. If you want to leave a mark, you must show up on days when your heart is heavy and your mind is tired. You must make decisions that honor your future self, not just your feelings in the moment. Ask yourself, what do you want to be remembered for? For chasing every fleeting desire, or for building something that stands the test of time? Write your legacy with every small act of discipline. Show kindness when it is difficult. Keep your word when it would be easier to break it. Push through discomfort, knowing that every effort is a stone in the monument of your life. Your mind is the architect. Let it design a life of meaning, not just moments of pleasure. Let it build bridges that others can cross long after you are gone. When you feel like giving in, think of those who will benefit from your strength. Legacy is not about wealth or fame, but about the lives you touch, the lessons you leave behind, and the courage you pass forward. In the end, emotions fade and memories blur, but the impact of a powerful mind remains, shaping the world for generations. Decide today to build, not just live. Let your mind carve a legacy that time cannot erase. You are not your fears, your anger, or your sorrow. You are the one who decides what comes next. Every day you face the choice: let your feelings control your fate, or let your mind guide you toward victory. Remember, storms will always come. People will test your patience. Pain will visit, and doubt will knock at your door. But you have the power to choose your response every single time. Mastery is not the absence of emotion. It is the courage to feel deeply, yet choose wisely. It is the strength to pause, reflect, and respond with intention, not impulse. Train your mind like a warrior sharpens a blade. Practice patience, discipline, and self-respect every day. Each morning, remind yourself that you are the captain of your ship. Let your mind set the course, no matter how wild the waves become. If you want to change your life, start with the small decisions. Pause before you react. Breathe before you speak. Choose action over excuse, and progress over comfort. The world needs more leaders who move with purpose, not panic. Your mind is your armor, your compass, and your legacy. With every choice, you build the person you become. So I challenge you right now to begin the journey of mind mastery. Let your vision grow louder than your cravings. Let your discipline outlast your doubt. Let your purpose pull you forward, even when fear tries to hold you back. Thank you for being here, for daring to seek the truth, and for choosing to become stronger. If this message moved you, do not keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who needs strength today, and subscribe for more powerful lessons every day. Let your mind lead, and you will discover a life no storm can break. Your journey starts now.